Gwange Thermal Power Station's Unit 7 is expected to be back on the national grid in 3 weeks' time and ease power shortages in the country. This was revealed by Zimbabwe Electricity Supply Authority, ZESA, Executive Chairperson Dr. Sydney Gata during the tour of the power station on Thursday. Unit 7, which has capacity to produce over 300 megawatts, was taken off the national grid last month for routine maintenance.
Load shedding will come to the end almost forever because we have limitless solar energy in the country. That said, there are moves now to accelerate alternative technologies, principally PV solar, for which there's a lot of investment waiting in the pipeline. And I'm pleased to say that the measures recently taken by the Honorable Minister are beginning to release that capacity. So progressively, load shedding will come to the end.
The tour was led by Energy and Power Development Minister Edgar Moyo, who said government is implementing a number of measures, including rolling out new technologies to address the power shortage situation.
I've been very impressed by the technology explained to me, which is being employed in units 7 and 8. However, it seems to me that there is need to redeploy new technologies for units 1 to 6 so that our capacity to generate will be increased and we will be able to supply sufficient power for the nation. So I've also interacted with management in this plant, and I've come to appreciate the challenges that they are facing.
The World Bank says the economic measures that have been put in place by the government to stabilize inflation and stimulate economic growth are bearing fruit. The recently appointed country director Eneida Fernandez sat down with our reporter Melissa Chatikobo, who brings us the story.
Last month, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe slashed interest rates from 150% to 130%. It also scrapped the 10% margin cap for businesses as part of ongoing measures to liberalize the exchange rate and guarantee currency stability. The World Bank says these measures put Zimbabwe on solid footing for growth despite global headwinds. For next year, when global commodity prices are seen softening and the rest of the region is bracing for an El Niño-induced drought, the bank is confident that the country can still achieve growth.
But no matter what, Zimbabwe is still way ahead of a lot of countries in the region, and it's one of the largest growing economy in the SADC region. So we're very positive with the growth, knowing that there's still some areas of the economy that have to be tackled, and the government has tackled in terms of inflation and monetary policies. But overall, we think that the trajectory is good.
The Zimbabwean government has been setting up court systems across the provinces and in several districts across the country in keeping up with the constitutional principle of decentralization of critical services. This program is part of the Ministry of Justice's drive to bring efficient and effective justice service delivery at the convenience of the citizens. Speaking at a strategic review workshop, the Minister of Justice said they have been working to ensure that they bring justice closer to the people by the provision of free legal assistance under the government's Legal Aid Directorate.
The Judicial Service Commission has made noteworthy progress in enhancing our infrastructure to bring justice closer to the people. This includes the construction and opening of new courts, the rehabilitation of existing ones, and the establishment of new courts in remote areas. It has also implemented the integrated electronic case management system, which modernizes and innovates our justice delivery system.
With Cranbourne Bullets facing almost certain relegation, head coach Samson Mavenyengwa has come out guns blazing over officiating decisions in some of their matches this season. Our correspondent Tinashe Mukono filed the following report.
18th on the log and desperately fighting for survival, Cranbourne Bullets hope to give themselves a fighting chance with the victory over Rentals College on matchday 31 of the PSL. A brilliant free kick from Nyasha Gurende set the Army side on a great start but their faint hopes of survival all but evaporated with the second half implosion triggered by a hotly contested penalty. Kingsley Mreremba was the first to see red from the substitutes bench after a scuffle with the ball boy, before goalkeepers coach Robert Juro also got sent off for verbal abuse. Captain Mo Blessing Mshango and striker Gurendi later saw red as well, which left their coach Semima Venyangwa furious at the final whistle.
A very disappointing match by all standards. Very poor officiating. I don't know if I'm allowed to criticize the referees, but I thought the referees were not up to scratch.